The greatest thing that I think we need to look forward is, again, that educational perspective, which I've mentioned before. The accounts of our schools, which I read, are that the test scores of students at best are holding steady, and there might be a slight increase in different reports, but generally the scores of our students are declining. And I believe that's reflected also in that so many people, as I mentioned, are taking their children away from the public schools. And I see no decrease in that, but actually a fantastic increase in the years ahead. And so the public schools are going to be increasingly suffering from manifestations of their own philosophies, as I mentioned before. And so there has to be a fundamental change in those philosophies. Actually, in my ballot statement, where I've mentioned Mr. John Taylor Gatto, and you can check out the resources that I mentioned to clarify about the real reasons why public schools are formulated the way they are. He's mentioned, and these are multiple sources called deliberatedumbingdown.com, which say that our students are actually under attack by these educational and political elites. And that has to be changed. And actually, in my ballot statement, I say that parents should not give any money to the schools. Citizens should not give any money to the schools until these elites surrender in their war against the children and go back to intellectual education. And they should also abandon the public schools if this attack upon our children continues or increases. And that's something that's just going to happen naturally anyway. And one of the reasons also I'm running for school board is I believe that many parents don't know these social engineering programs that are being put into place. And without their knowledge, again, they expect to have their children get an intellectual education when that's not happening. So I'm sounding an alarm that the schools can save themselves and actually prosper fantastically, but they have to be willing to jettison this, again, the base philosophy that they're operating on. If they refuse to do that, then they're going down the tubes. And unfortunately, I'd have to say it's deservedly so, because homeschooling is going to fill the gap.